Yo, what's up guys? This is Desm101. Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough video of Battletoads on the NES. I've been requested to do this by a couple people, similar to how I did the walkthrough of my TMNT on NES. And so that means I'll be giving a bunch of tips and hints on how I get through the game. It's going to be the shortest route to get through it, so what I consider to be the easiest way to beat it. That means we're going to be using warps. And I'm actually also going to be using this NES Advantage joystick, and that's because it actually helps me with the Klinger Winger to get through that part a little bit easier. So that might be my first piece of advice. If you have trouble with that part, you might want to go ahead and try using an arcade stick if you have the ability to do so. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to be using all the tricks that we can get from the game, so that means we'll start with the 5 lives trick. All you have to do is hold the down button together with A and B, and you press start and you'll get 5 lives at the beginning of the game. Oh, and the console that I'm playing it on is the AVS, Retro USB AVS, and I'm playing it on a flat screen TV, not a CRT, just FYI. Okay, we're going to get started now. I've been playing this game for a long time. I think it is really difficult to get through, but once you learn it and memorize the parts you really need to memorize, then it's not too bad. Well, some parts are pretty bad. The first thing, take out the guy on the left, guy on the right, and then hurry up here. First thing you gotta do is catch the warp, so you gotta take out that guy on the left, this guy on the right, and head over to the right corner there, and if you do it in time, catch that warp, the turbo tunnel. It might take a few tries, doesn't stay there for very long. One of the tougher warps to catch, actually. Most enemies you can just do like a headbutt combo onto them to get rid of them quickly. Oh, that's what I do. There's other strategies too, but I find the headbutt to be really effective. Flies can be kind of tricky sometimes to get the hang of. You just generally want to try to line up with them on the left or right side, and then try to catch them. Okay. Turbo tunnel is pretty simple. There's another warp here in the last segment. We'll keep our eyes open for that. I wasn't paying attention. Those blue ones, you just gotta stay underneath them. Those blue ones that are in the air, you just have to time it so that when you jump, that you're going to try and hit it. So either on the up part of your jump or the down part, trying to line up with that. I wait till the last minute so it's on the upswing of my jump, but you can also do it on the down. Okay, here you just press left and right, or right then left. Go down. Okay, now here's the last segment. The warp was, I think, 9th or 10th in there. Keep an eye on the bottom row and you should be able to see it. Alright, now it's time for the surfing level. There's a few spots to get extra lives here. Basically, you just need to move up and down to avoid any obstacles. And 2 hits from any of these will kill you. Went too far. There was the first one up though. Okay, this is where the boss is going to be, Big Flag. A couple of these walkers here that'll give you the yellow rod that you can use to attack it with. The extra part, that little helmet, is good for points. Points give you extra lives. For 100,000, I believe. It's good to just try and get any of those point bonuses. So I always just inch along here to make sure the flies spawn first. Give you a chance to get some extra life. Got one. So you'll drop the bar when he comes into the screen and you can just get it quickly. You should be able to try and trap him in the corner. Oops. So you can juggle him if you time it right. Sometimes it's better to wait when he hits the ground. Okay, here you just gotta avoid the mines and watch out for the ramps. There's one up coming here. The next ramp. If you go ahead, you might be able to catch it. One more ramp and then the end of this level. An extra life there, so you can see how quickly those points can build up. For the next level, there'll be another warp in the second room, so all you have to do is make it through the first room, which is pretty easy. And then this is the last warp, so there's not going to be any more warps after this point. With the snakes, you just kind of wait for them so that they get to the point where you can walk on them without falling off. Go ahead of them, then quickly fall off. But this guy, exit. Okay, for here you're going to want to, at the apex of the snake, you're going to jump, tap jump, and go right. Okay. More levels, so we skipped the Inferno level there. And previously we skipped the ice level, so those are two levels that are, they can be kind of fun. You gotta take extra time to figure out and learn. And basically, this is the easiest route, so I'm gonna stick to it. It's good to pick up that weapon too. Be patient with these. Don't get too anxious or else you'll probably take damage. Also, try to be conscious of where the toad falls off of the edge of some of these ledges, because it's really critical in how you get through the rest of the game. Shouldn't be too much trouble to get that one up. Sometimes it can be tricky for me. With these yellow slimes, it's a lot better to have a yellow bar, or you can just skip them. It's probably the best option if you don't have the weapon. Don't be afraid to just duck next to these guys. It's the easy way to avoid it. Get these flies here. Careful of the gas. The one-hit kill. Stay down here and wait. Just time it right, we should be okay there. Same here, just gotta time it carefully. Okay, this is the end of the level and we're at the boss. For the boss, just stay ducking most of the time and try to headbutt him. You can also juggle him, so if he lands close to you, you can just punch him and not worry about headbutting him. But if he's a ways away, then go ahead and dash attack the headbutt. Every time he lands, he'll shoot. So you see you can juggle him if you're real careful. But he can also smash you. So it's a little tricky. I always aim for like his feet. Alright. You can see it doesn't take too many hits there. Means the next level is the water level. The gargantua ducks. You want to be real careful of those robots, always duck their shots. And if you touch them, it's an instant death, so be really careful of that. And here in the water, just walk up to them and then press the punch button and it'll start pushing them up until they die. But yeah, if you don't time it carefully, it's easy to take damage from those lasers that they fire. They're everywhere here at the beginning of the level, and you start seeing them less. This level is pretty tricky. It probably would require the most memorization up to this point. And here I just run ahead of the gear. All I have to do is go past the water hazard. Or you just wait for it to come at you and then you jump at the exit. Wasn't paying attention there. Jump a couple times here. Helps you go a little faster. Okay, same thing. 4. This is the last one. Okay, jump there and wait here, and you're done with this part. Now it's the real tricky part of the level, which is the swimming portion. So the enemies here are very unpredictable. Like these little eels, they might track you, they might try and get ahead of you. Usually best avoided unless you can time it really carefully to attack them in between their electricity. Another robot will be here. I'll jump over here to the left side. Try and avoid these guys. Ooh. Or hit. And there'll be another fish here. Usually try to avoid him. The checkpoint is still a little ways away. I'll usually kill that eel. Go down here. Okay, now there's sharks at this part, so you want to kind of hurry. There's a one up here too. Oh. Yeah, hit the checkpoint. Let's see if it'll accept it. Okay, so I got that checkpoint. Okay, so now it's another race with the gear. I'm underwater. This one requires a lot more careful button presses. I want to try to figure out how much the toad moves up and down per button press. It's really critical to get the hang of that. Okay. Another checkpoint now, so there's another one up here that you can get. Since it's a checkpoint, you can basically loop back and forth here without worrying about losing lives. Really tough part too, because you have the ducks. They're another very unpredictable enemy. So basically with the ducks, the trick is to try and wait till they're turned around and then attack them. But careful when you're doing that last finishing blow. It's very easy to die. This one I usually just jump over it, head to the next one, and try to do the same trick. Really lucky. Okay, there's another water part here with the shark. I usually wait to see if I can trick this guy to come down here. Oh. Just gonna go for it and see what happens. Okay, finally. Once you're here, you're pretty much safe. All you have to do is grab the propeller thing and drop down carefully in the middle. Once you're at the last one, just go all the way right. That's the level. That's probably my most hated level. Either that or the last level. Both incredibly cheap. So now we have the rat race, which is really bad at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. It can still be pretty tricky though. Once the rat race starts, it'll actually let you run automatically. And you can hit him so that he bounces off the wall with a headbutt. If you attack this at the bottom. There's a way to kill him and make the level end early. Pretty tricky. Really careful there. And there's one more part now. This one's the toughest, so you really want to try to get the best head start against them as possible. Okay, now it's the boss, General Slaughter. If you just headbutt him from a safe distance, he'll let you get in the first few hits. gotta be careful because he'll start moving after a few. Kinda weird how long. Okay, I think he's going now. Oh, what I do is I just get behind him and attack him. And also hit him when he's hopping at the edges. Once he starts going fast, then it's better to just hit him at the hop at the edge. Because he will jump off of the wall like that. Pretty fast now. Alright. Means now it's time for the Klinger Winger. Probably another one of the most hated levels. And the reason why I'm using the arcade stick. Hopefully this goes well. This takes really good timing. My advice is just to press the button the direction when you hear the sound. That's the cue. It's just really hard to get the timing right. Once you get the hang of it, then you gotta fight this boss. I usually try to headbutt him. He's a little bit above me. When he's trying to like come down crashing on me. If he's below you and he makes contact with you, he should shock you like you saw. It takes 3 hit points off. Sometimes that can happen real quick. Alright. Yeah, if you can time it carefully, then get rid of them without too much trouble. Now it's time for the hardest level of the game. Power of the Dark Queen. I hate these little rhino guys. The enemies here are just a massive pain. Tons of quick, cheap deaths. Like that thing. Also, of course, you're probably not gonna be aware of your first time. Lots of disappearing platforms, and of course, more of these guys. why these guys give me so much trouble. You just inch a little bit closer to him after you hit him. That's the best way I've found to get the multiple hits in without being attacked by him. Okay, so now that's 2 continues I've lost to this level. So here's hoping 3rd time's a charm. Hit detection on those guys is horrible. Alright, we made it to the final boss. Okay, so to beat the final boss, basically just headbutt her whenever she's still. You can also jump and attack her in the air. I usually just hide in a corner. Doesn't always work. It's pretty unpredictable. Got a few good hits in there. Sometimes you can duck under that. Alright, and that's Battletoads. Took me 2 continues in the last level. Pretty difficult. But once you kind of get the feel for it and then make it to the last boss, then you're pretty much there. She's not too hard. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I hope this might have helped you a little bit. It was still pretty tough for me, but it's not impossible. It's definitely doable. So, alright, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. We'll enjoy the rest of the ending real quick.